Guys, welcome to my video about being an adjunct professor. My name is Karina and I am here to kind of just explain and show what a typical day might look like for an adjunct professor. So we often have to spend time carrying around a mobile office, something that kind of sits in the back of our car, usually like boxes, a whole bunch of extra textbooks, as well as dividing things to make sure that we are giving classes the right assignments and such like. As an example, this past week has been absolutely nuts. I had to change the syllabus calendar for 2 of my classes because I had sent an assignment to the wrong campus's printer. Okay, so it was supposed to go to one campus, accidentally went to the other, and so I had to change due dates for my students because the campus that I work at is separate from the main campus and the printer is at the main campus, so they have to print it there and then deliver it to this new campus. So it's not exactly something that I can send to a printer and like hope I get it by the end of the day. It's something that kind of has a 24-hour turnaround. Something I've really kind of learned over the course of time is that colleges are so dependent on adjunct faculty members. I mean, just the idea of all adjuncts all of a sudden not coming to campus would kind of put a halt to things. Like classes would have to be canceled, all of that kind of stuff. Which is, it's almost like an eye-opener to think that a majority of the weight is put on adjunct professors. So let's go ahead and get started and show you what a typical day looks like for an adjunct professor. Okay, so I'm about to head to my very first class, and I just want to give an example of what adjuncts have to carry when they are going to teach. So I have assignments for some classes here. I have other assignments for all my classes in here. See this like big box of basically just assignments. Printed all at the various locations. Here's basically my office that I'm carrying, the textbooks I'm gonna need, and all of that good stuff. Okay, it is 12:01 and I'm getting ready for my first commute to the first college that I'm going to be teaching at today. I wanted to leave about 15 minutes ago because I need to, one, find the adjunct faculty workroom as well as print a couple of things. So let's see if I can make it there with some time to spare. It should take me about like 20 minutes to get there. So I will check in once I arrive. Okay, so I've learned that the faculty workroom is on level 3 of the same building that I teach my class in. So that is where I'm heading right now, toting my portable office along with me. Okay, so I found the faculty workroom and I needed to print a couple of things. But my key card for the printer was not working. So my nice little office partner, who's full-time, so kindly let me email what I needed printed to him and get them printed. So all my stuff is printed, ready to go. My class starts in about 9 minutes and I still have to cut up some paper for a in-class like project. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that because I am officially running short on time because I had to stop and figure out the printer situation. All right, so class number 1 just ended at 2:20. I have packed up all of my necessary stuff, my portable office, and I have 1 hour to get to my next campus to teach my next class. So traveling between campuses, I definitely have to make sure that I have enough time to get in between each one. And so it gets really kind of difficult when a student stops to ask a question, which I don't mind, but at the same time I'm like, I gotta get going. All right. It is approximately 2:34. I cannot tell time for the life of me. And this commute should only be about 20 to 30 minutes. It's all highway. It's probably my favorite commute out of all of my commutes. So I will check in as soon as I get there. Okay, so my last class of the day just ended. And I am packing up my portable office and heading home on depending on traffic, it could be a 20-minute commute, it could be a 45-minute commute. I've had commutes that lasted an hour. But anyway, I'm gonna pack up, I'm gonna get home. I do have more work I have to do tonight, which really sucks. But the teaching part of my day is over. All right, so I wanted to show exactly how many hours per week I spend both at home and in class. As you can see, I hit a full-time per week hours. Next up, I want to show exactly my salary for each college that I work at. As you can see, I teach 5 classes, so I'm officially over the full-time workload by 1 class. This equals out to about $38.84 per hour with my total pay of $5,934. All right, so my monthly expenses. This is everything. So I wanted to put that hypothetically, if the household relies on only one income as an adjunct professor, I'm fortunate enough that I have a husband who can help with me. But as you can see, after my expenses are paid, just basic, I have $402.13 left, which isn't a lot. All right. So I'm really glad that you guys took the time to kind of see what my typical adjunct day looks like, as well as how the pay kind of looks like for adjunct faculty members. It kind of sucks. So if my household were dependent on just my salary and my income, after I teach at 4 different campuses and I teach 5 classes, which I already said is over a full-time workload, I'm still barely making ends meet, right? So it's an eye-opener, really, and it really kind of sucks. But I am very thankful that I have a husband that is able to support me with this career choice and back me up no matter what. At the end of the day, I love teaching and I wouldn't trade this career for anything else. But I just felt like this was something that people needed to see firsthand. I know it's talked about a lot, but it's rarely ever shown. So I hope you guys have some insight now and maybe can share my story, or maybe let me know what your story is kind of like. I plan on posting more of these types of videos, so I hope you guys support me enough to watch them.